he's actually an understudy for Martinelli. Or maybe a starter ahead of Martinelli.
I went from strict to stricto, strict. Understand, only person I owe is myself. Strict.
Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Big Stricto here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whatever it is that these other YouTubers tell you to do. But do it for me. Match day, the Emirates Cup, Arsenal 2, Villarreal 3. I'm worried, bro. I'm not going to lie to you lot. I am worried. The season's, less than 2 weeks to go before our game at Old Trafford. And it is looking like scary times. We have made a couple new signings. And yes, it is a friendly. And I suppose the most important thing here is not to have any injuries. But from what I'm seeing, it's worrying. Defensively, we look woeful. And I know we haven't really played, we haven't played with Saliba and Gabriel in the pre-season. So that might be a contributing factor. But I think just overall, to be honest with you, the way we're playing is it's individuals. You know, you get your Max Daumans, you've got your, who else is pulling strings? Well, do you know, just Max Dauman in one area today, Skelly again. So yeah, it's been a pre-season for the young ones, to be honest. But the senior guys haven't really got going yet, and that is worrying because we've got how many days until our game at Old Trafford. Meanwhile, United are actually starting to make progress. They've signed, it's rumored that they've signed Sesko, and then they've got another Carlos Baliba from Brighton. So they're looking like they're ready to do bits. And perhaps, you know, the game that we've got against them isn't as, you know, as one-sided as we would have thought with the signings we've made. Of course, they've got Mbuemo and they've got Cunha as well. So, and in my opinion, right now, they've got a better attacking options than we have. Now, Gyökeres, how did he get on today? I think as Arsenal fans, we're going to have to get used to the fact that we've got an actual number 9, you know, who doesn't really have to get involved in the game. Not a lot of touches, just be at the end of a move. You know, that's what we've seen Man City do. That's what we see most teams that have a solid number 9 do. So, you know, he had a few touches, but again, no point having a player like Gyökeres if you lack creativity, if you lack that final ball, that killer ball. There's just no point. There's just no point because he's not gonna be involved in play. He's not. He's just waiting at the right time, at the right spot to tuck the ball away. But if no one's there to either feed it to him, for him to get in behind or cut it across for him or make something for him, then Gyökeres is useless otherwise. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's looking like. And I keep saying this, and it sounds like I'm repeating the same old thing. We need creativity. We can't rely on just Odegaard. Yes, Odegaard came on. He did a little bit, scored his penalty, but we can't rely on him alone. I'm sorry. I hate to say this, but I don't think he can carry that burden alone. We've seen his forms declining, you know, and he's still trying to find his way back into the, you know, his old form. But I think he does need help. If we're going to get the best of Odegaard, we're going to have to give him that help, you know, in that midfield. Now, we saw Martinelli again. I mean, good bits. His cross led to the goal. Norgard scored it. But, I mean, other than that, it's been the same old same, to be honest with you. And it just gets frustrating by the day. You know, and even Norgard, who scored, I think he was woeful. To be honest, I won't say I just don't see it with Norgard, if I'm being honest. I just don't see it with Norgard. He doesn't look the strongest. He hesitates a lot. Even was it their second goal? Where I don't know what he was doing for that second goal. Should have cleared the ball, just shielding the ball, and then Pepe gets in. And big up Pepe as well for the goal and not celebrating. That's how you do it. Unlike for your flipping Walcott, yeah, who's got an ambassadorial role at Arsenal. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, I don't see it from Norgard. I've been looking at him and I just don't see it. He's not Arsenal quality as far as I'm concerned at this moment. Do you know what I'm saying? The season might start and he might start doing his thing. But honestly, I really don't see it. And I'm not trying to be harsh on him because it's still early in his Arsenal career and it is still pre-season. But I don't see it. Zubimendi, we know what kind of player he is. Keeps the ball ticking. You know, he looks forward all the time, which is good. I like that. You know, but we need everyone to be on par, man. We really, really do. And I worry because we have a lot of possession. And twice today we were caught cold for the first goal. I can't remember because both their goals were very similar. We were slow for the second ball to clear the ball, and they scored. And I know it's not our first team, and I know there's a lot of changes, but you want to see some sort of like performance. It's a preseason friendly at home. You shouldn't be losing these games, bro. Like I don't like seeing Arsenal lose in any capacity, friendly or serious. I don't like to see it. Because when I sit and I watch Arsenal, I sit there with the hope to see my team win and at least put up a good performance. You know, it's just been a lot of individuals. It's just been a lot of individuals not really seeing a team performance. And maybe because the team, you know, because it's preseason, you know, having to make subs and, you know, you can't get a team your full starting playing all the time. You know, it's still a bit of a test. But I'm not seeing anything that's lifting me off my seat. I'm really, really not. You know, and yeah, we've got that big game now. Well, we've got another game, another preseason game before we play at Old Trafford. But then now we're talking about we're needing that left side. That left side is we're so dependent on the right side. That left side is crazy. And I think seeing Noni go over there, I think is the clear indication that he's going to be playing on that side. That's what as far as I'm concerned. You saw what we've all speculated because there's no point paying how much money to Chelsea to have him sit as an understudy for Saka. It never made sense. He's actually an understudy for Martinelli, or maybe a starter ahead of Martinelli on that left side. But again, it's his first game back. Hasn't really had a preseason. I wasn't sure if he played for Chelsea in that international friendly cup that they won. I'm not really too sure if he played. I wasn't paying attention. But again, didn't really do much either. I mean, I'm expecting him to, but again, like I said, it's his first game for Arsenal. To be fair, I didn't think he would even get any involvement, but he did. So we need to make some big changes. I think getting Eze now is even more important. Not even for the left side, but for Odegaard, it's even more important because Odegaard will struggle. He will struggle. I can't see him come. I want him to come out the fucking rut that he's in. I really do, but he's at the moment isn't looking like the player he was a few seasons ago, and it's a shame because he's a fantastic player. Remember, I actually said I think he was better than Özil. I feel stupid even saying that. What was I drinking? What was I smoking? What was I eating? Like, it's crazy because even Özil at his worst, still was creative. Özil at his, I don't know, I must have been, you know me, I'm quite reactionary. And I'm trying not to be anymore. I'm trying to look at the big picture, give myself time to think, and then give my opinion and my analysis. But I can't believe I said this, brother. And that's to show you how good he was. To show you how good he was to even compare him. I not even compare him to actually say he's better. I might have said no. I did say that. I did say he was better than Özil. I did say that. Mad, absolute madness. But it is what it is. But I do think we need to help this guy out. We need another creative player. Otherwise, we're going to be in the mud. We can't rely on Saka. We can't keep relying on Saka. That's what 5-6 seasons consecutive relying on one player. It's crazy. A club like Arsenal, we should have different variations, different ways to play. You know, I think we've become so accustomed to that false nine. I mean, taking off Gyökeres, who comes on? Marino. We've overly flooded the squad with midfielders, the defensive midfielders, that even when we're making changes, we're bringing on a midfielder as a striker. Like Marino did well, but please, Mikel, please, I beg of you, let's not do this again. Let's not do this. Let's not condition fans to accept a midfielder being our, our main source of food. I know Jesus is injured, and he might come back, or we might even sell him. But if we sell him, then we're screwed. We're back to what we was last season. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. But yeah, Villarreal, I think they played well. They sat back. You gotta give them credit. They sat back, and when it was time to hit us, in fact, we was very naive. Actually, we played very naive. We played like a team that actually has never played together before, and it showed. It showed. Like two of their goals. Dan Druma's goal was a quality goal. The midfielder took the ball out, beat a few of our players, one ball in, facing Kepa, and just slotted it to his right hand side. I mean, we've got to get serious, man. The season's starting real soon. We've got to get serious. But the main thing is we need creativity in that team. We need a different type of player in that team.